Today, I want to share with you a very cool technology that I absolutely depend on when I travel. It's the most accurate watch in the world, and it's made by Seiko. In my opinion, it's the coolest innovation to come along in watches in a long time. The Seiko Astron watch is the only watch I travel with because it's so important to be on time when you travel. And I guess I'm a little OCD about it. How is this watch the most accurate in the world? Well, to start with, it's a quartz movement, and as much as I love my mechanical watches, there's nothing like a quartz movement to keep accurate time. But the problem when you travel is not knowing the exact time in the time zone you're arriving in, and that's where this watch beats all others. You see, it relies on the GPS or Global Positioning Satellite Network in space for keeping time to incredible accuracy. In order to keep you navigating on the right road from 11,000 miles in the sky, these GPS satellites must have incredibly accurate clocks. They are built with onboard atomic clocks that are accurate to 1 second every 100,000 years. And so, by capturing the GPS signals, the Seiko Astron watch is that accurate. I don't know about you, but I think a watch that only loses 1 second in 100,000 years is plenty accurate for my travel needs. But there's a plus to having a receiver that captures GPS time signals. It also can figure out where in the world you are, and once it knows that, it can determine your time zone. And once it knows the time zone you're in, it can adjust your watch to the perfect local time and date. You might think that all this technology would be heavy on your wrist, but the titanium case and bracelet make sure it's comfortable. In fact, it's lighter than most of my automatic watches, 3.8 ounces or 108 grams. Better yet, this watch uses solar energy for power, so you never need to worry about a dead battery. My watch is 4 years old and still shows full power just sitting in my watch cabinet. Let's see how it works. First, to check that the watch has received its daily time sync, you press the upper right A button. If the second hand points to the tiny Y between the 1 and the 2, the watch has synced. If it points to the N between the 4 and the 5, then it failed to get a signal. To force it to sync, press the A button until the second hand goes to 12. You will then see the second hand bounce a bit while it finds satellites in the sky. It requires 3 satellites to adjust the time, but mine usually finds 6 or 7. If it lands on the Y, it's all synced and ready to go. But the magic happens when your plane lands in a new time zone. Now all you need to do is hold down the A button until the second hand goes to the 6. You'll again see the second hand bounce a bit as it searches for at least 4 satellites. Once found, the watch will advance or reverse until the time and date are correct. Normally, the watch accommodates daylight savings automatically, but because I live in Arizona, where we don't observe daylight savings time, I have to manually turn on or off the daylight savings setting when I'm home. Even that might be resolved soon because Congress has a bill pending to eliminate daylight savings in the US. The only downside to this watch? It's a bit pricey. Most models run about $2,000. I also wish the lume was a little better and the date window was a bit bigger. But for me, it satisfies both my OCD and my geek side. I hope you found this video useful. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss any of my other videos.